And I think I am live. what is that song? 17 and Alive? My deal says waiting on Dash and Grandpa. It wasn't even 7 o'clock. I thought it had a little countdown thing, but apparently not. So anyway, how you doing, giggity? You may be the only one here. Me and you may be the only one here. Well, if that's okay, because if nobody shows up, we'll talk about fishing. But anyway, just in case somebody's watching the replay and they're wanting something about this, there was a new, well, to me, it was a new tool, and I meant to look to see if it's available on mobile, and I forgot to, but I'm going to look real quick. Well, you can look real quick if you're interested in it, but it's a new little tool for people copying your content and putting it on YouTube. Let's add this over here. It's a copyright tool. So basically, what it does is it scours the net to see if anybody uses any of your content. How you doing, Rodney? And I was kind of surprised somebody actually had on mine, but see if I can. Well, I can't switch the screen, but I had another screen up here. Where did it go? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Isn't that something about Cotton Eye Joe? But second, and I will get this straight. You know what? What if? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now that was it. If you'll look, it will show. Where did I go? It will show. As soon as it loads on my screen. Anyway, it will show the. Man, it's hard to talk about something when you can't even see it yet. How you doing, pork chop? But anyhow, over on your browser or in YouTube, if you look, it now, and if you look under copyright, on your on your, what do you call it, YouTube Studio, but scroll down the list and go to copyright. And if anything has been copyrighted, which means kind of borrowed, shall we say, from a video that you put out, it'll show up. I was kind of surprised. I did a Burns Fantasy of Lights, Christmas lights, and a church in Tennessee, but I think it showed like 10% of my video, which I don't care personally, but especially since it's a church, and I listened to what he was saying, and it was all good with me. But anyway, if you're interested in that, because Pedro had a little issue a while back, but now and they have this tool available in the YouTube Studio, so you can see who is using your content. And odds are you're probably not going to care, but you might. And if you do, you can contact them, because you can send them a message or something and say, hey, don't appreciate you using that without my permission. But me personally, like I said, it doesn't bother me. But let me get that off of there, because that's pretty much that on that. I wonder, stop screen share. And I know, Happy New Year, Mr. Steve. I know a lot of people are starting to get into the YouTube, creating YouTube channels. And you may be thinking, Grandpa, you ain't got that many subscribers. And you're right, I don't. But I've been watching people that show you how to use YouTube and how to make channels for about 5 years. So, I'm not qualified like them, but I know a little bit. And sometimes people don't want to hear what I know because it can sometimes hurt their feelings, but it's facts and it's things that have come from big YouTubers. I don't know if not necessarily YouTubers, but people who help YouTubers create their channels and get them on the right path. Um, it's really pretty cool. Oh, I appreciate that, Steve. Yeah, I think it was like 2016 now, and I hope it keeps going. But you know, it was kind of cool to hit it. I I don't know. I know, and that's something else. If you're doing a YouTube channel, once you get my once once you get monetized, the 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 number of subscribers is just really just kind of a number. It's the people who watch your content that make the difference. And if you're going for it for the monetization to get paid, it doesn't matter if you have 2,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers or 20,000 subscribers. It's your watch time. The numbers look good and they make you feel good, make you feel like you're doing something right. But if you've got, they have those bots. And if you got 500 bots and 1,000 subscribers, you're not getting no watch time. So those subscribers are not worth nothing. Exactly. It's your watch time and how many people are active, and you're interacting with a YouTube channel. Whether you hit a thumbs down, thumbs up, whether you want to throw slander out there, or whether you want to throw compliments, or just have a comment regarding the video or whatever. If you think you are going to hurt somebody by saying something derogatory or something mean and hateful, it might hurt the person's feelings. But as far as their channel goes, it doesn't matter what you say. Any interaction boosts their channel right on up. I get tickled because there'll be people that gets on Pedro's live because he's pretty good sized channel now, so he gets a lot of riffraff floating in and out, and they think they're really doing something and dogging people, but they don't realize they're just boosting his numbers right on up. So whatever. Miss Lola is in the house. If y'all don't know Miss Lola, she's lost on land again. She is a camper. Does a lot of YouTube videos on camping and different parks. She lives, I used to say pretty much Texas and there, but man, she's been all over the place in a van. So if y'all are into camping and thinking about doing the van life, check her channel out. Lost on land again. Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't matter. You can say I'm ugly and fat or good looking and handsome and all that. It doesn't matter what you say. It is interaction. But if you, and I don't know if you was here when I said that, Lola, but this is something that might interest you. And if you haven't seen it yet, but there is and I got the email today. It may have been there before. I just got the email though. It's a new tool in the YouTube studio that you can go in there and click on copyright and see who's using any of your parts of your videos on other channels. I actually had one, but it was from a church and it's Christmas lights. And I don't care if people use my stuff. Spread me all over the country and all over the different channels. As long as it's not like porn or something, but I am pretty built, so I'm joking. Anyway, but Yeah. Yeah, Steve, you can definitely, especially some different things that she's got. I'd love to have a van like that. I had an SUV that I was getting. It was getting there. I had it where I could camp in it and loved camping in it. So it's a lot quicker and easier than a tent. But life happens, and I no longer have the SUV. But I am hoping to get a camper. But I've got to find something to pull it with first. Um, I was going to, let's see how I can do this. I want to present, share screen, window. Yep, there we go. I was making that out. And anyway, something else. I remember the SUV you camped in Oklahoma that time. Yeah, over at Lake Murray. I We're going back, or I'm, going back. I think you had it at the Palooza too. Yes, ma'am, I did. I certainly did. It was an older Yukon, but it was the XL, so the queen mattress fit perfect in there. So if y'all are looking to get into camping and you want to do a SUV, measure it, and a mattress may fit in it, along with a cooler. And I got all the camping stuff. I just don't have the vehicle for it now. Granted, my seats do lay back in my car, and I have two tents actually. I had a review on one tent last year, I think, and it's a decent tent. I like the one that I bought a little bit better, but it was free. So anyway, tent camping, it's all right. I got nothing against it, but an air mattress in an enclosed area is sure a lot nicer. But if you do short content like the shorts, uh, from what I read, it actually started in January, but you're not going to get paid for it until starting in February. But probably most of y'all are already monetized. But if you're not, you can get paid for doing the shorts. But the same criteria, you got to have the 1,000 subscribers. And here's the catch: you can have 1,000 subscribers or 10 million valid public views. And that just means somebody just got to watch it for a few seconds. 10 million of them. That's a lot. But 4,000 watch hours is a lot too. And that's what YouTube become monetized. That's what it required. 1,000 subscribers, or yeah, 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. I made the hours long before I made the subscribers. And a lot of that is due to Miss Lola. She she helped boost my Dirty Shoes Adventures channel quite a bit, and it's still not monetized, but I enjoy doing it, and that's another thing. If you're getting into YouTube, you can do it for the money if you want to, but if you don't enjoy doing it, you're going to burn out. You have to enjoy doing YouTube, just like anything else. You have to enjoy doing these gig apps. If you don't do them, you're going to burn yourself out. And anyway, if you want some people to watch, I'm not going to read all this. It was just notes that I took. Uh, here is something that I thought was kind of, people need to really pay attention to this one. Uh, you can't use uh, shorts. Like if you upload them to TikTok and they have that little TikTok logo, you cannot use those on YouTube and expect to be paid for it, because they can't have any kind of watermark or anything. and you can't use somebody else's content. And that'll get kind of catchy because a lot of people do the reaction videos, and but I don't know. You need to be real careful on that stuff like that. But if you don't have people already that you watch to learn how to do YouTube, like I said, I've been watching probably most all of these for the last 5 years. So granted, I don't know everything there is, but if I could remember everything that I heard, I'd know a lot more. I think something like that. But a good one to watch is Nick Nimmin, Daniel Batal, Nate over on Channel Makers, and vidIQ, Brian G. Johnson, Annie DeBay, Dan Courier, Catherine Manning, and Sean at Think Media. And if y'all want to learn more about making your YouTube channel and doing all that, that is the go-to folks. And that's that. That's about all I had to say about that. I'm looking at my YouTube studio and can't see what you're talking about. I found it on the computer. I haven't looked on, I meant to look on the phone app. It's going to be in the YouTube studio where your copyright information is. And let's see. I don't want that. I want this. Let me share this screen again. Where did it go? I know it's there. Present, share screen. There it is. That it? YouTube talk. I think this is it. Yep. Yeah. Look down. You have it's the studio dashboard, content, analytics, comments, subtitles, and then copyright right below that, right above monetization. And that's where it is on the computer. I didn't look on the phone. I meant to. I apologize. But it should be in the Creator Studio. It should be there as well. I couldn't swear to that, but oh, you're on the computer. Go like when you're on your main page, go to Manage Videos, and then it'll bring up where you can look at your algorithm and all that, your analytics. I mean, and it is right there. But that's a neat little tool. You can find out who's using your content, and it's just kind of interesting to know. How you doing, Mr. Alex? Okay, I'm glad you found it. Like I said, I just got the email today, and so I don't know when they rolled that out. They're supposed to be rolling out a lot of new things in January. And like I said, on the shorts, you're supposed to start being, they're already counting the time. And January 1st, I believe is what I read, they started counting the time, but you're not going to get paid for that until February. So just make sure, Alex, if y'all haven't checked out his channel, on these people that y'all haven't checked out their channel, on the chat, there's 3 little dots over there. You can click on that, and you can put, if you'll right click, if you're on a computer, if you right click on go to channel, you can open it in a new tab, or you can go there, save the or subscribe or whatever, and then come right on back. So yeah. And what I was getting at with Alex has been doing a lot of shorts, I've been noticing, and that's pretty cool. How you doing, Miss Lisa? I didn't see you come in, or did I? I'm kind of getting sidetracked on what I'm talking about. But I know this is a gig related channel, but there's so many people that are starting their YouTube channels and wanting to start YouTube channels. And there's a lot of people to talk to, but and like Nick Nemon on Saturday mornings, he does lives, and you can go in there and watch them and learn a lot. But sometimes you can't always get in touch with those people that are bigwigs, shall we say. So it's kind of nice to be able, if you got just a quick question you want to ask somebody, it's nice to know there's somebody out there. I mean, there's a lot more than just me. And like I said, I don't know everything, but I've been watching it for a while. And just be careful what you ask because you might not like the answer I give you. So, anyway. Yeah. Just a whole video. Yep. You better get that 29 cents. I know the feeling. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting. It was a church in Tennessee, and apparently the guy is from Wichita Falls. I wound up going to I didn't recognize him. I wound up going to their website and looked at the faculty and got his name, and I don't recognize the name, but apparently he's from Wichita Falls and got a church over in, I can't remember the name of the town in Tennessee. But he was talking about the Burns Fantasy of Lights, and I thought it was kind of cool. You know, I wished he would have dropped my name in there down in the description, but that's okay. It don't matter. His message was good. So, and the Lord works in mysterious ways. This guy Koba is great and will answer questions. There you go. There are people out there that can answer questions. And if it's something little, or if you want an opinion of me from me, I'll tell you. And one thing I will say is if you have if your video starts with just an intro, a lot of people will click that away. And you need to give them something to begin with. And then you can, if you want to do an intro, then you can do your intro because there's a lot of successful channels that have intros. But they're saying that people are getting less and less, what's the word, where they stay focused on something. It was like 15 to 20 seconds, and now they're saying it's getting down to 10 to 12 seconds. So, be careful with your intros and things like that. I throw them in there occasionally, but I just about quit doing it. But anyway, I just thought that copyright thing was cool. And as far as your shorts, just be careful that you're not, you want to put it out as many places you can, whether it's on Facebook Reels and TikTok, Instagram, or whatever. Instagram's a different format, I think. But just be careful they don't have those logos on them because that will not count for your YouTube monetization and being paid and stuff. You can use them, but I would personally upload it to YouTube first and then share it over to TikTok if you want to. Well, yeah, I mean, but a lot of like Facebook, I mean, YouTube is kind of following in the TikTok ways, up until TikTok and Instagram and then Facebook Reels, they all followed after TikTok. I think there were shorts available on YouTube before, but wasn't doing it like they are now. But I think it's kind of cool that you can make money off of those shorts now. So, and as long as you're monetized, and if you're not monetized, 10 million views on your shorts. So you need to make some viral shorts. But if you make 4 or 5 viral shorts, you could blow it out of the water. So and all it's it's kind of like the casino. All it takes is that one hit, and it'll blow up. And YouTube's the same way. I've seen people that didn't have. Well, we all pretty much watched Pedro. I watched him long before he was monetized, and all of a sudden it was boom, 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 and all it takes is 1 or 2 good videos, and the algorithms start pushing out, and people watching it, and you never know. So don't if you're thinking about making a YouTube channel, don't hesitate doing it. Just do it. And if you have issues talking on the or talking in front of the camera, admit it. You talk to yourself anyway. What's the difference? At least this, you got an excuse because you can say, well, there's people that will be watching this. So, I don't know. But if you enjoy doing it and sharing what you know and your experiences in life, and it doesn't have to be gig related, it really has shocked me because, in all honesty, I liked Dirty Shoes Adventures, the camping, the fishing, the hiking, and all that. And I really figured people would watch it, and they do. But then I kind of got over into the gig work and started doing that. And I made a YouTube channel, and it blew right past Dirty Shoes Adventures. I don't get it. I don't understand it. So if there's something that you like, go ahead and make a YouTube channel about it. Who knows? Maybe it's doing fingernails or painting fingernails. I don't know. Making knives. Making knives would be pretty cool. But just find something that you like to do and go for it. You might look on, you can go into incognito in your browser and go to YouTube and see what's trending and see if you find something that you like. But you have to do it for you. It may take you longer to grow your audience, but you got to do something that you enjoy doing it. And then the more you do it, the more you'll start talking. My aunt told my mother when I was doing the Dirty Shoes Adventures, right when I started doing them, the videos, my aunt told my mom that I would probably get more people watching if I would talk. But I was real standoffish and wouldn't talk. And that kind of, between that and working at the state hospital and being forced to talk, it kind of broke me out of my shell a little bit. So now I'll just rattle away, and sometimes I don't know when to shut up. Like now, I can stop and read what's going on. I'm seriously considering starting a channel. I'm going to change my YouTube name. I'll let everyone know. Cool. You might as well, especially if you enjoy doing it. That's what I say. If you enjoy doing it. Steve, right here at Rodeo, I don't know how he keeps up with it. He's got so much going. I just I couldn't keep up with that. Got to get ready for the roundtable. Oh yeah, well you can share your link, Steve. I think you're moderator. Share your link because he'll have a live stream in about 30 minutes. Why is that? Well, let me see. Let me get over here. Let me click on this. I'm fixing to share Steve's link if he ain't shared it by the time I get it on here because it's right up there at the top. And boom, bang. And there it is. And I don't see that he shared it yet. So if y'all want to check out Steve's channel, right there it is. And he, like I said, he'll have a live here in about 30 minutes. And most everybody watches him, but somebody may be watching this on the replay that doesn't know who Steve is. And if you would like to know who Steve is, Rideshare Rodeo, go check him out. He does a lot of stuff on the Prop 22, all the technicalities and legal stuff of gig economy. And he's got other people on there that work with all that on a daily. Some of those folks, that's what they do. That's their full-time thing. So y'all check them out. What kind of channel would you start, Rodney? Would it be a gig DoorDash, Uber Eats or something, or you got something else in mind? I'm kind of curious. I did my first Oh, you got a Home Depot delivery? No label to scan, and it doesn't look like tips are involved. Really, I have yet to get a. See, you've done something that I hadn't done. That you too, Miss Lola, and I hope to get back out and camping, and I'll run into you out there. Well, we'll share another campfire. I enjoyed that. Thank you for coming by. 2 bags of potting soil. That's cool. I still haven't got a Home Depot order. I haven't got was it Sherwin-Williams paint store? There was a paint store that's supposed to deliver through Spark. I've never got one of those. But and Advanced Auto, I've delivered from Advanced Auto, but that was through Roadie, not through Spark. So something gig related. Not sure what yet. That would be cool. And you might come up with something that nobody else has. This is an ever changing thing. And in your market, it may be different than other people's markets. So share what you know. You might find something new. Just do it for you, though. I mean, do it to share what you know, but do it because you enjoy doing it. You have to go to the Home Depot service desk. They have the orders in the locked area, but I had to wait for them to bring mine from the garden center. Oh, well, that's good to know. So if I get one, I'll know to go inside. Thank you for sharing that. That's some good information. Because I would have had no idea. I'm hoping that we are going to get a storage shed from Home Depot because our backyard, you can't get a storage shed in our backyard. It's got to be built in the backyard. Maybe by next summer. Probably not this summer. I don't know. Could be. But carport first and then the shed. But anyway, she mentioned roadie people make a lot of the deliveries. I think it was Gig City. There's motion at my front door. Y'all got one of those little ring things on your doors. Those are pretty cool. I got a Music City Gig Hustler was telling me that, he didn't tell me. Well, it might have, but he was on a live, and it seems the more roadies you do, the more you'll get. And maybe that's why I don't get as many roadies anymore, because I really don't do roadie anymore. But I got this camera I have to do a review on. It's kind of like one of them security cameras. It's pretty cool. But I was talking about that ring thing, and those are pretty cool. I never had one of those up until I moved here, and they're pretty neat. You can see who is at the door. You'll know whether to be real quiet and act like nobody's home, or you'll know whether to get your clothes on and go answer the door. Yep. I am dead air. That's another thing you got to be careful. And the cool thing about doing the YouTube videos is versus a live is you can go in there and cut that. That's one thing. Make sure you, if you're making a video, cut the dead spots out. Like I can tell you a perfect example of someone you will hear no dead spots in. That's Megan Reisman. That girl talks 90 to nothing. And I told her that one time when on a comment. Man, she just she said she edits it. And that's what you got to do. Cut out the dead air part. You know, you don't want to hear crickets. You might want to, one or two ain't too bad, but you don't want to hear a whole field full of crickets of just dead air. And you can stop and read. And, hola. I told you somebody was at the door. It's Miss Emily.
Hi, y'all.
I edited out all my Yeah, it will. It'll take out the ums and I, me being from the South, I got a lot of yeah, and you got to cut all that out. Yeah, the boss is on. You got that right. I'm smart enough man to know it too. Any man that thinks he's the boss in the household, there's probably a newlywed. After a few years or a little life experience, you're going to find out you're not as big of a boss as you think you are. But it should be kind of an equal thing. And with us, it really is. It's equal as long as she lets it be equal. I'm joking. She's really good to me, though, for real. I got to shut up because her head's going to go.
Why didn't hear you?
Oh, she didn't hear me. So that's another good thing is I don't hear real good. She don't hear real good. And it works out because we could chew each other out and neither one of us would know it. Huh? You got to recognize that look and know when to shut up and back off. Yeah, just see, and I'm not going to edit that out. Another thing that if you have video editing software that you're used to using, then great. There's some free ones out there, but if you want to pay for one that's very basic, it's not hard like Adobe, what's it, Premiere, and all that. Is Wondershare Filmora. They kind of almost got themselves into some hot water recently, but they did the right thing. What they was doing is they was going to start charging people that had bought lifetime license for the software. They was going to start charging them for updates and upgrades. And one of their former, what do you call them, the spokesperson for them, spoke up about that, and several thousands of people spoke up, and Filmora realized that they might ought to back off that, and they did. They did what the thing to do. Should have never even had to be in that situation, but they owned up to it and said, "Hey, we were wrong, and we apologize." So we don't have to worry about paying for it. You pay one time, and it's yours. And that's my understanding. Is I got mine copy probably 4 years ago. So anyway, oh, you use? Oh, yeah. Well, if you use Fillmore, you probably know who I'm talking about being their spokesperson or ambassador. Is Daniel Patel. And if you don't know who Daniel Patel is and you are using Fillmore, go check out his channel. He's no longer sponsored by Fillmore, but he has got a lot of videos on different lessons on using Fillmore, and very useful. I learned some tricks. And he's an old rock star too. Anyway, it is what it is. And Alex, if I remember right, you use a Canon camera, don't you?
Sorry.
Because it seems like at the gig conference, you had a Canon. I think that's what started our conversation, but I can't remember now. Anyway, we got 8 people in here watching. I hope somebody's getting. I hope those 8 people are enjoying what we're talking about, because we really ain't talking about much of anything anymore. And I think it was in here earlier, early enough that you. Yeah, for your photos. Yeah, I use my Canon for pictures and doing this live because I've got a thing that hooks onto my desk that I can use the slide plate and just set it right there. I bought a webcam and I hate it. The color or I just don't know how to adjust it, but it's not very good. I bought it actually I didn't buy it. It was part of a Amazon review, but I thought I could use it for a backup because a while back my camera messed up, and all what it was, my computer that was messed up. It wasn't the camera, but I thought I could use it for a backup, but it's awful and I don't like it. So if anybody wants a webcam, just let me know. Email me your address and I will send it to you. I'll show it to you. Well, I said I'd show it to you. Let's see. I can barely get it over here. There. Anyway, if anybody wants it, just let me know. You can have it. Maybe you'll have better luck with setting it up than I did. Everything on film? Yeah. Well, this is what I use on the GoPro. And I do all my reviews and everything with the GoPro. Mainly because I got the swing out arm, and then I have this that you can clamp onto the stuff, and I can clamp it on that and do a down shot. And when you go to setting up a big Canon camera, to shoot downwards, it's a little more difficult. And this, it's got a wide enough view, and I can crop in and just kind of like you with your camera. It's just a lot, or your phone, just a lot easier. But anyway, that's getting way off topic, but GoPros are a good tool if you're going to be doing videos and stuff like that. Even the older ones, I have a GoPro 8. No, it's 8 or a 9. Actually, I guess it's out in the car. but 7, 3, 4, 5. If y'all watch Sarah Elizabeth, that's what she uses. I think Mushi Moo uses a GoPro. Megan, I believe, uses a GoPro. Megan Reisman. A lot of people use the GoPro because my microphone's over here like a pendulum. Anyway, I have rambled on. But I was really just kind of wanting to put it out there. If anybody had any questions about YouTube that you didn't know, and you don't want to take the time to go find it, because you can watch Nick Nimmin, Think Media, I really like channel makers. He puts things in terms that you can really understand. Nick does real good as well, but I don't know. A lot of their stuff is kind of more geared towards, um, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, if you have a basic, simple question, you can ask me. Or Steve had posted one on there earlier, a link on there. And I don't know who this is, but I will definitely check them out. I'm just going to copy that. Well, I'll just copy his whole comment and repaste it in case anybody else is here that missed it. It's right there. That was from Rideshare Rodeo. But if y'all have any questions, I guess y'all can ask this fella. But anyway, the watch what you do on your shorts. Make sure you don't have the watermark from TikTok and the copy people using your content on their YouTube channel. That was something though. Miss Lola said that somebody used her entire video. That's pretty bold. Unrelated, but if anyone knows anybody who still needs insurance through the marketplace, Obamacare, they extended it to January 15th to February 1st. I got it. I signed up for it. I certainly did. I haven't used it yet, but I got it. And depending on which plan you choose, it may not cost you anything. It depends on your other income sources and whatnot, but it's definitely worth checking into if you do not have insurance. So, anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And you know what? I think I'm going to try to talk somebody into playing Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, you're just gonna lose.
We played last night. We played 2 games. The first game, she stomped me, but I kept hitting bankruptcy. I don't know that would have made a difference, but the second time I won, but she kind of helped me on a couple of the puzzles. So that either way, I won one, she won one. So we're going to have a playoff. So maybe I can talk her into it. While we're here, how did you do on Spark?
$73.
$73 for about 5 hours?
Yeah, I just did 2 orders.
2 orders for $73?
43 and 29.
For 2 orders, that's good for the time. It's been pretty bad in our area. $7 and $9 orders, and people are jumping on them like they're $30 orders. I just don't get it. I don't know how they think they're going to make any money, but it's what we were talking about. Either A, they still live at home and their parents are paying for gas, or B, they just don't have any sense. I don't know.
Or they're new from DoorDash.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing we had said before is if you're coming from food delivery like DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything, and you get a $9 order and it's going 1.2 miles, you're thinking, wow, $9, that's $9 a mile. But and it is. The problem is it's going to take you probably 30 minutes to an hour to complete by the time you get the order, get it picked up, get to the drop off, and get it unloaded, and get available for your next round. It's pretty much, you can kind of sort of figure it would be $9 an hour. You might get something right at the end of it, but your best bet is just figure not whatever order you take, just figure that's what's going to pay you for that hour. And these people are taking these $7 and $9 orders, and I just don't understand it. But if you're coming from food and you're used to looking at that, but the thing about the food, you can do 4 or 5 DoorDash orders in an hour. So, oh yeah, we don't hardly do express orders because they are never ready.
I waited on that last express order for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Well, Alan just said that he waited 30 minutes. And yeah, it's
They didn't bring it out till 15 minutes after it said it was ready.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to have to do something.
And that express order that I took, that lady, I was finishing setting it down, fixing to ring the doorbell. She opened the door, and I said, "Have a nice evening." And she didn't speak. She didn't say thank you. Nothing.
Probably was mad because her order was late, and she was blaming Walmart.
Well,
and you happened.
It's probably because if she spoke to me, that she would feel bad when she takes that $20 tip away because you know she's going to.
Yeah, the one order that she did take, because I saw it too, but it had a $20 tip on it. And I guess depending on
the area it was in,
the
I
area,
guarantee it comes off.
Yeah. And this area is probably going to come off unless they drive for Spark or DoorDash or something and they understand.
Well, if she does, she's not very friendly.
Oh, well. Hey, you know how them DoorDashers are. I'm just playing.
I was a DoorDasher for a very long time.
I still am. I almost, well, I was Top Dasher for about a week or 2 weeks.
I was Top Dasher for a long time. But boy, when I lost that, boy, you can't get on here.
I tried for 2 months to talk you into doing Spark. And she said, I don't want to wait on the parking. I don't want to wait in the parking lot. I'm making what I need to make. I said, just try it. Just sit in the parking lot, save your gas, and just try it. And now you can't get her to do a DoorDash.
I ain't going nowhere for $6.50 ever.
Off to plan the wedding stuff. It sounds like a congratulations are in order then. Y'all have a good one, Alex, and be watching your videos. I've been watching them quite a bit here lately. Got some good stuff, y'all. Oh, well, matter of fact, I'll see you later, Alex, but I'm going to share your link. I'm going to open it up and share a link to your YouTube channel. Your subscriber count went up. It's 390 now. Anyway, y'all check out Alex's channel. He's got some pretty good stuff over there. Yeah, last week was probably, I don't know, one of the worst weeks I'd ever had on Spark. But my car broke down. We had Emily's birthday party. By the way, it was her birthday on the 27th. She's catching up with me.
Okay.
If I start going backwards and she keeps going forward, she'll catch up with me. But anyway, yeah.
It would take me a while to catch up.
Yeah. I'm almost ashamed to say what I made last week. But granted, I didn't work that much. 1, 2, 3 days. It was $225. Terrible. But anyway, that's happy belated birthday, Emily, from Rideshare Lisa.
Thank you.
I'm a cradle robber. That's about all I'm going to say. And the guys are going, man, rock on, dude. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, folks. I said that a while ago, didn't I? But y'all, like I said, if you're interested to see if anybody is using your content on their channel, look in your studio and go to the what was it? The copyright part. Yeah, copyright, and it's interesting. You know, I always like to have information, whether I use that information or not. It's just kind of neat to have it, to know who's doing what and what they're sharing. And it might actually, that could probably help you, because if somebody feels that certain segments of your video are worthy or worth stealing or using, whatever, or sharing on their channel, then they must like it. So that might give you something to kind of target towards. You know, use the information that people give you and go by their actions and what they do, if that makes sense. Sometimes it makes sense up here, but coming out my mouth, it don't make sense. I confuse myself. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Keep smiling and dashing and dancing and prancing and sparking and whatever. Just keep doing something, because you're going to grow old if you don't. And I'm growing old, so I got to move on and go play some Wheel of Fortune. And then I'm going to come back and jump over on Rideshare or Rideshare Rodeo's live stream. It should be coming up in about 3 minutes, so this is going to be a quick game. Y'all have a good one. And let me know on the channel, Rodney. We will, I'm interested. She must have went back outside again. There was motion at the front door. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for coming by. Ciao.